The biggest promise my dad ever broke. When I was 8, my dad promised me one thing: I will never leave you like my dad left me. He said it after a night of arguing with my mom. I had been crying in the hallway, clutching my stuffed elephant. He picked me up, looked me in the eyes, and made that vow. And for a long time, I believed him. My childhood wasn't bad, it was quiet. My dad was a teacher, and my mom ran a bakery. We weren't rich, but we were stable. At least I thought we were. Every Friday night, we had pajamas and pancakes, a tradition Dad insisted on. We'd make breakfast for dinner, watch cartoons, and fall asleep on the couch. That was our thing. Then around the time I turned 14, things started bending. Dad began missing our Fridays. Late staff meeting, he'd say, or parent conference ran long. But sometimes, I'd hear Mom crying in the kitchen when she thought I was asleep. I asked once what was wrong. She said, "Adult stuff, honey. Don't worry." One night, I saw a message pop up on Dad's phone while he was making popcorn. Just a name, T. Followed by, "Miss you already. Last night was perfect." He saw me looking and his whole face changed. He smiled too fast. "Just an old friend," he said. But I knew. For the next 6 months, everything spiraled. Dad got distant. Mom got quieter. I felt like I was floating in a house full of strangers. Then one morning, a week before my 15th birthday, I came downstairs and he was gone. No note, no explanation. Just gone. I found out later from my aunt that he had moved 3 states away to live with a woman he'd met at a teacher's conference. Her name was Teresa. I didn't hear from him for months. On my 15th birthday, he sent a text. "Happy birthday, kiddo. Hope it's special. Love you always." I stared at it until the screen dimmed. No call, no visit. Just 3 sentences from a man who promised he'd never leave me. 2 years passed. Mom did her best. She worked extra shifts, held it together. I graduated high school with honors, and my name got called at commencement, but I scanned the crowd anyway, just in case. He wasn't there. Then, when I was in college, he called. Out of nowhere. I didn't recognize the number. His voice cracked immediately. "I've made mistakes," he said, "but I want to make it right. I want to be part of your life again." I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just said, "You were part of my life until you chose not to be." He paused, then said, "You're right. But I hope someday, maybe, you'll let me try again." We haven't spoken since. Last week, I found a voicemail from him. He said he was going through chemo, that he thinks about me every day, that he's sorry. And for the first time in years, I didn't feel angry. I felt hollow, like I was mourning someone who hadn't even died yet. That promise he made when I was 8, it wasn't just about not leaving. It was about being the kind of man who shows up, who stays. And I guess I'm still waiting for that version of him to exist.